What's going on, Israel? Make sure everything's cool on the sound. Hold on, before we even get started, this won't be long. This won't be long at all. But let me make sure my sound's working. Hold on. Let's see, make sure my sound's working. Oh. Okay, we're good, man. Call all Yahweh by Shimmy Mashak, Waman like Yahweh Shai. We've all praised the Most High and His only begotten Son, who the Word really called Jesus Christ. And just shout out to everyone who's out here doing the work. Shout out to everybody who's out here putting their time in for the Most High, girding up their loins, putting the whole armor of God on. Just shout out to everyone out here putting in the work. I just want to go over a few things. I'm gonna, you see the title. It says, should we forgive these people? Because when I'm out here street teaching, or when we're out here teaching, we see a lot of people say, well, we should forgive them, forgive and forget. In that sense. So we're going to read Isaiah and the GNT, and we're going to find out today if we have to forgive these people. Because we're under a false pretense that we got to forgive these people for the atrocities they've done to our people. We're under this umbrella that we have to forgive them for taking our children and feeding them to alligators. We're under this umbrella that we have to forgive them for taking us from across the seas and putting us here. A lot of us not even making it here, jumping off into the seas. And that's why you got different sharks. I mean, there's just so much evilness and wickedness for what they done. And the big question is, do we have to forgive them? Because I hear a lot of people, like you'll hear a lot of these, especially these elders out here, they'll definitely come out here and say, hey, well, we should forgive them. That was 160, 200 years ago. But it never stopped. So I don't understand how it was this long ago when these same issues that are going on are still going on today. Back then, ain't nothing changed. We're still getting put on trees. We're still getting shot down in the streets like dogs. Nothing's changed. So let's see. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, I hear a lot of older people, or even young people. I had a young brother I was talking to on the streets. He said, well, shouldn't we forgive him? So what we're going to read today, we're going to read Isaiah 2 in the GNT, and I'm going to read it in the KJV. We're going to read it in both translations so we can get a better understanding on the chapter. And we're going to find out, do we have to forgive them? And on a surface level, why would anyone with that thought pattern, say we did all these things to people. Should they forgive us? No, of course you wouldn't tell no one who went through all the atrocities that a nation went through, being disenfranchised, having their last name taken, family split up, plantation, slavery, uh, getting fed to alligators. And I'm talking about from the past. Now we got getting our children taken from us, abortion clinics, all these things that have happened to us. The thought pattern that our people have to just forgive the people who've done all this evilness to you is a good one. That's all I'm gonna say. Like the Esau put a good one on you. They really got that. A lot of our people have that turn the other cheek spirit, and it's actually disastrous. It's actually very heartbreaking that you don't even have enough in you to even be mad about what happened to you. Like it's just like you took your beating and you just sit there and just. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into this right here because this is powerful. So, and I'm gonna make sure because, like I said, I'm new to this MacBook, so I'm gonna be struggling. I'm gonna make sure y'all can see everything, and I guess you won't be able to see my arrow unless I move it over here. Let's see, because I want y'all to follow along with me. Okay, so let's see. Work with me. I'm slow. I'm gonna get faster at this though. So I just want to see if y'all can see my little cursor. And I don't believe you can. It's okay. So we're gonna start at the top. And like I said, I'll be going over. I have the KJV version of it brought up on the other side. and I have the GNT brought up on this side. So we're just going to read this, and we're going to read the whole chapter, because a lot of them say that we take things out of context. We take, that's what I hear a lot of. We cherry pick, we take things out of context. So I'm starting at the very beginning. And a lot of people don't know, if you have a KJV Bible, it may be in other Bibles, but if there should be a star by the two, so that should let you know that it's prophecy and this hasn't happened yet. So I was looking at a few other brothers' Bibles, they didn't have the star. So I'm not sure if it's a KJV thing. And matter of fact, let me show you what I'm talking about, since we got time today. I don't even know where my bag is. Hey, where's my swords? While he brings me my sword, I want to show y'all this star that I have on my Bible, which signifies that it's prophecy. I think it's in the room. I hope they're not in the car. Okay, regardless, let's go ahead and get into this. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah. This is. What is it? Okay, sorry. This is Isaiah 2 in the GNT. Like I said, I'm getting used to this MacBook and going live and all that stuff. So it's a process. Just work with me. So in GNT and Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1, here's the message which God, thank you. Here's the message which God gave to Isaiah, son of Amos, about Judah and Jerusalem. Okay, so we're reading that this message which God has given to Isaiah, the son of Amos, about Judah and Jerusalem. So let's in the days to come. So anytime, and that's why there's a star here. So when I got my Bible right here. Let me show y'all what I mean. And probably some of y'all do have this in your Bible. Like I said, I was just looking at, I just noticed this the other day. So let me just remove this for a second so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So, and if you got these in your Bible, let me know if it's a certain Bible that has them, or I just know my Bible has them. And I seen another brother's KJV, he didn't have it. So I'm just wondering, because my Bible don't say nothing crazy about it, nothing different, unless I'm just not seeing it. But let me show y'all the star, and this will further substantiate what I just said. So I don't know if you can see it. We're gonna see if you can see it. Let's see. My finger might help if I move my finger. No. Okay, you see that? Let's see. Let me put my finger on it so you can see it. You see this star right here? That star right there. You see it right here, faintly. I'm covering it. It's hard to look. That star right there, where my finger is, right there. Where there's no wrong finger. Oh, this finger. This finger's moving. That's a star. That lets you know it's prophecy. That lets you know this hasn't happened yet. So let's just jump back into it. In the days come, and in the mountains where the temple stands, where to be the highest one of all. So let's read it in the KJV. It says in the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos. Hold on, let me make sure I'm sharing it, so y'all can see it. Like I said, I'm new to this, but we gonna work it. I need to get faster at this, anyways. So, all right. So let's read Isaiah 2 in the KJV. I'm old, man. I'm gonna get good at this, y'all. I promise. I've never had a MacBook in my entire life, so this is all new to me. Isaiah chapter 2 in the KJV. The word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. So it's just reiterate what we read in the first one. It's the vision he's seeing. And it shall come to pass in the last days. So once again, that star is very prevalent. It means it's prophecy. It means this hasn't happened yet. So we're reading in the last days. So what we're about to read from here down hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen in the last days. It says that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above all the hills, and all the nations shall flow into it. So we know this hasn't happened yet because Israel's not in power, because we're not even going to mention the 49 or the 48ers or whatever you want to call them, 1948ers. We're not going to mention them, the small hats, whatever you want to call them, because we know this has all. When they got put there, they were brought there from all the nations. The nations helped them get there. And even when they got there, all the nations weren't going up there to learn. There's still 3 billion Muslims, all these different religions out here. So we know that they never fulfilled that. I mean, it's we can read it here clearly. So, but let's bounce back to the GNT to see what it's saying. Okay, make sure y'all are seeing it. I got it playing on my TV, so I can make sure it's a little lagging. So it's okay, perfect. I'm just making sure y'all are seeing everything. Like I said, I'm new to this, so just work with me. Okay. In the days to come, the mountain where the temple stands will be the highest one of all, towering above all the hills. We just read that. Jerusalem, and many nations will come streaming to it, just like we read. And their people will say, let us go up to the hills of the Lord, to the temple of Israel's God. Does that say Israel? Let's read that one more time. Let me make sure y'all are seeing this, because this is, because I thought he was everyone's God. I thought that everyone believed in him. I thought he could be universal. If you just believe in him and have faith, he's your God. But we're reading here in the end times that the nations are going to come up to Israel's God, meaning that he's not everyone's God. Let's continue. Oh, this GNT is powerful. He will teach us what he wants us to do, and we will walk in the path he has chosen. You don't have free will. So if you think you have free will, you're definitely not gonna have free will in the last days. He has a path. He's gonna have you on your own path. So let's read it in the KJV. Let's just further substantiate it. And verse 3, and many people shall go to it and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. So we're reading again. We read they're gonna go to the Israel's God, and we're reading in the KJV that the God of Jacob. They're necking, they're correlating really well right now. So we're already in just 3 verses, and we've already established that the 49ers ain't them, because this never happened to them. So we know that Israel, the real Israel, hasn't been revealed. I mean, we know who the real Israel is, but it's not been revealed to the world. So we know this hasn't happened yet. So let's continue reading. In the house of God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and he will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. I mean, I don't understand how we go into these churches and we hear come on, come all, God loves everyone. Like, how are y'all not reading? Like, are we not reading the same book? I don't understand how any Christian can literally go read this and get universal salvation out of it, or universal anything, or it being outside of Israel's people. Like, I really don't know what these people be doing. Like, it's almost like it's a sick game. So let's go to verse 4 in GNT. Let's continue. Because this is going to further substantiate this hasn't happened yet, because this is end time prophecy. So if someone wants to debate or argue about this, you're going to have to prove to me and show me in history when this happened. So let's go to verse 4. He will settle disputes among great nations. They will hammer their swords into plows and their spears into pruning knives. Nations will never go to war, never prepare for battle again. So you cannot sit here and look at me with a straight face and tell me this has happened yet. If you go on the news, it's nothing but rumors and wars going on. That's all you see on CNN. I mean, I don't watch that stuff, but that's all you see. CNN, I don't even know what the other ones are, but all those little news things, that's all you see. War here, war there, war there. I can't say no names. I'm trying to make sure I don't get flagged for anything. So I'm not going to say any names, but y'all know who's out here battling, who's out here doing what they supposed to be doing. But we're reading here that the Most High, when he comes back, there's not going to be no wars. There's not going to be any rumors of wars. It's going to be all peace. They're not even going to know war again. And let's read it in the KJV to further substantiate that. So we know this hasn't happened yet. So we know just off reading this right here that those 48ers, they're not it. Those small hats, they're not it. The red media, that ain't it. So let's read verse 4 in the KJV. And he shall judge among the nations, and he shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up the sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So we know that this hasn't happened yet. We can safely say that this has not happened yet. You can wholeheartedly say this has not happened yet. And if it has, someone show me. Someone show me some history of God coming back, putting his people in their land and all the nations coming into it to learn, and also every nation not fighting and not knowing war anymore. So if someone can show me that, maybe I believe you. But we know this hasn't happened yet. We're not going to play that game. So let's go back to the GNT. Let's read this in 5. Let's read number 5. Now, the descendants of Jacob, let us walk in the light which the Lord gave to us. Wait a minute. We're reading that the light was, why is it not saying the descendants of everyone? The descendants of man, the descendants of Adam. Why is it saying the descendants of Jacob, which are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, the so-called Native American, Hispanics, and Black people? Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. Let us walk in the light which the Lord gives us. Why is it not saying everyone? Pastor, why is it not saying everyone? I mean, if you watch this, you watch this on the playback, go ask your pastor or anyone that you hold of esteem these questions. Go to Isaiah 2 and have them break this down. Like, why is it saying the descendants of Jacob, let us walk in the light which the Lord give us? Let's read that in the KJV. I love these translations, y'all. And I got an NLT too. Man, look, that's another story, but we're gonna stick to the GNT because the GNT is just wow. So let's see. Verse 6 or verse 5. O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the Lord. Once again, we're reading that Jacob is the light and is going to walk in the way of the Lord. Why is it not saying everyone? Like, this is contrary to what they teach you in the church. This is contrary to that. I don't know how people are not picking up on that. It's literally like you are literally in a CULT if you go to a church, because you literally just go in there. You don't read anything. You don't ask any questions. This person just tells you what it is, and you clap and give them money. So, oh man, I don't understand it. Okay, so let's continue. Verse 6 in the GNT in Isaiah 2. Therefore, thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they've been replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. That's a prime example of what's going on today. For an example, and I'm not, I don't want to bring this up, but I'm not gonna say her name, but the lady who just got offlined by the cop for the water on the pot. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I know what story y'all talking about. LeBron James, the brothers who playing for the Olympics. I don't want to say their name, but they could have made a profound point, right? They could have literally said, hey, we're not going to play basketball unless something's done about that. One of our people just got shot down like a dog in the streets. We're not going to do anything. But guess what? They didn't. They kept playing basketball because they want to please themselves and the children of strangers. They don't want to lose that money. They don't want to lose anything. So to hell with our people. If they got money, if our people have money, they don't care about their people. And that's basically what this is going into. Like they please themselves because they can get. We'll get further into that. I don't want to go over. Pecan. They please themselves amongst other nations. I just gave a broad example about the Olympics, about how they could have made something happen. They could have done something if they would have just stopped what they was doing and made America pay attention to that. But they didn't. They kept playing because they want to please themselves. They're worried about with their fans. They're worried about what the other nations think. They're worried about winning for Team America. The same place that just had one of your sisters just offline because she went to hell a pot of water with two males in the house. So, but let's read it in the KJV. Therefore, verse 6, therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, O house of Jacob, because they've been replenished. No, hold on, wait. Sorry. GNT. Sorry. GNT. Oh God, you have forsaken your people, the descendants of Jacob. The land is full of magic practices from the east and from Philistia. The people follow foreign customs. Israelites follow foreign customs. Islam, Seventh-day Adventists, Methodists, all that's foreign customs to the Israelites. A lot of them want to follow what the heathens do, have dreadlocks, want to do as they do. They follow foreign customs, and we know we cannot follow foreign customs. It tells you that in Jeremiah 10. Also tells you that in the law. Their land is full of silver and gold. Babylon. We're not going to say the name because we don't want to get taken off. Babylon. Y'all know what I'm saying. If anybody with ears to hear knows what I'm talking about. Their land is full of silver and gold. I wish my cursor could follow so y'all can see where I was at. I'm at verse 7. Their land is full of silver and gold. There's no end to their treasure. Like Esau, Elam, all these people can give you whatever you want as long as you turn away from your people and lead them to a destructive path. That's why they please themselves in front of strangers. There's no end to their treasure. There's no end. Their land is full of horses. There's no need to end. There's no end to their chariots. Their land is full of idols. The cross, the cobblestone. Well, I mean that's not here, but their lands. There's. Let's just keep reading. And they worship objects that they have made with their own hands. That's what I was about to get into. Everything that they're worshiping, that's been man-made. Some man has made that. That cross, that cobblestone, that Buddha statue. All that's been made with hands. So, and I'm about to get to the point here. So, all these people we're reading about in the end times. Let me finish this because this is the whole point of the video right here. Verse 8. And their land also is full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands, which they have made with their own fingers, which their own fingers have made. That's just what we was going into. Oh, I'm not even sharing the tab. Sorry. I gotta get used to that sharing the tab. Hold on one second. Y'all. Sorry about that, Israel. And Shalom, Shalom, definitive Jacob, Shalom, Obadiah, Shalom, King, Shalom to all the mighty prophets out here. Shalom to y'all. Okay, let me get back to this. Sorry, I'm not used to the whole screen sharing thing and the comments over here. Like I said, this is my first time having a MacBook in my life. So I'm gonna get faster, I promise you. I'm gonna get better. So let me get back to where I was at, because we were at verse 6. And I want to read it in the KJV because we read it in the GNT. So therefore, thou hast forsaken thy people, O house of Jacob, because I did read that one. They please themselves in the children's trench. Okay, verse 7. Their land also full of gold. Neither is there no end to their treasures, because there's no end to the treasures here in America. You literally can get anything you want, especially if you're going to go get your people and you have clout out here. Their land also full of horses. Neither is there any end of their chariots. There's no end of what they can give you. If you have power and the white man wants to, or Esau wants to use you, I gotta be careful how I use my words. And they want to use you. They have the means to have you go off, but you got to stand bold. You got to stand bold, man. You a lot of these brothers who got power out here, they just ain't gonna make it. That's why the Bible says it'd be easier for to get a camel to get through an eye of a needle than a rich man to inherit the kingdom. I'm roughly paraphrasing, but that's why, because we know these people. They got money. They got millions of dollars. They don't care at the end of the day. Seeing one of their people down bad, it doesn't bother them because they made it, and that's the mindset that's the destructional mindset that we have as a people. We're like, hey, if we made it, forget everyone else, right? Because we're the only people who act like that towards each other. You see, all the other nations, they help one another. We're the only group of people who get money and don't help each other. For an example, the NBA has several millionaires. Why have they not created a bank for black people? Rappers, so much money. Why have they not created a bank for us? Why have they not they literally have hundreds of millions of dollars. Between them, billions. Why have y'all not taken 4 or 5 of y'all can literally take $1 million out of y'all's money and create a banking system specifically for black people? But no, or people of color. But no, they don't want to do that. They want to please themselves in the land of strangers. They want to keep all that money. That's why we're never going to get anywhere. That's why we're where we're at. But here's the point of the subject today. Can we forgive these nations? Should we forgive these people for turning their back on Israel? Should we forgive these people for what they've done to us? Should we forgive these people for making us gator bait? Should we forgive these people for all the atrocities they've done to us? That's a question. That's a question. Should we? Let's read what the Bible says. Let's read it in GNT. I'm going to read it in the GNT, and then I'm going to read it in KJV, because a lot of people probably don't know this. Verse 9. Everyone will be humiliated and disgraced. So if you are out here You're out here representing Buddha. You're out here representing Allah. You're out here representing anything but what you're supposed to be representing. You will be humiliated and disgraced. Straight like that. There's King of Kings, Lord of Lords. There's only one. Here's the kicker right here. It says, do not forgive them. But I thought, forgive all. We gotta forgive. We gotta forgive and let go. Well, we're reading right here. I'm trying to highlight it. We're reading right here. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see that highlight because I don't even know how this iPhone works or this MacBook works. Hopefully, y'all see this highlight. Oh, you can. Okay, you can see it. Okay. Do not forgive them, Lord. Wait a minute. But we hear from all the time that, hey, we gotta forgive these people. We gotta let everything go. We gotta let it go. We're reading here in that and just let's go up for clarity. In the days to come, right? In the days to come, and we just read all these things that's going to happen in the days to come. And we're reading right here, the Lord says, don't forgive them. Do not forgive them. Literally, that's what it says. Do not forgive them. Oh, I need to get a mouse. I don't like this. Okay, do not forgive them, Lord. So we're reading right here that we are not supposed to forgive you people. This is in the end times. Let's read it in KJV because it says the same thing. Let's see, verse 8. I'm sorry, verse 9. And the mean man will bow down, and the great man humbled himself. Like I said, everyone's going to be humiliated. If you're not following the truth, you're not following the God of Israel, and you're not worshiping Israel's God, you will be humiliated. And it says it right here in the KJV. Oh, I ain't even sharing it. Sorry. It says it right here in the KJV. Sorry, y'all. I got to get used to hitting that button. It says the same thing right here in the KJV. And mean man bowed down, and great man humbled himself. Therefore, forgive them not. I got to get, oh, God. Oh, Lord, hold on. Wait. I don't know how I did that. Hold on. Whoa. Definitely not used to it. Hold on. Wait. Uh-oh. Okay, there it is. Okay. Can y'all see me? Good. Okay, cool. Bet. Can everybody see me? We good? Okay, cool. Like I said, I'm not used to this, so just give me time. I probably need to get a mouse. I don't like this little thing right here. Okay, but anyways, let's read that again because that was powerful. Humble themselves and forgive them not. Meaning, if you're not in these last days, if you are not in this truth, if you are not Yahawashi, if you're not Yahweh and Yahawashi, I am not to forgive you. Period. Point blank. I am not to forgive you. I won't forgive you because you're getting this word right now. But in other words, we're not supposed to forgive any of these people. So don't let nobody come up to you and say, "Oh, we got to forgive and forget. We got to let things go." We read here, God says, "Forgive them not." So I'm not going to forgive them for the Gator Bay. I'm not going to forgive them for the atrocity they've done to their people. I'm not going to forgive them. I'm sorry. I'm in Isaiah chapter 2. I'm in the GNT and the KJV. Sorry about that. Like, I'm not used to I'm not used to this fancy MacBook and doing all this crazy stuff. Like I'm new to it. So, but I'm in Isaiah chapter 2 in the GNT and the KJV. And we're reading right now that we just read that we do not forgive them not. We don't have to forgive these people. So don't ever sit here and don't let no Christian or let some little soft Israelite come and tell you, oh, we gotta forgive them, man. We gotta let that go. That was 200 years ago. So why are we still but they can still have civil war, they can have rallies for that, they can remember 9/11, they can remember all these things, but we can't remember what happened to us. When it comes to the melanated skin, okay, all praises God. When it comes to the melanated skin, nah. You gotta let it go, bro. You gotta let it go. Yes, sir. Calm a lot. I'm in Isaiah chapter 2 in the GNT and the KJV. So, and we just read right there that it says, forgive them not. So I will not forgive you. I'm not going to forgive any of y'all for what y'all done to us. I'm not going to let it go. And I know and I'm paraphrasing, the Bible says there's a time for love and a time for peace. So, but we're reading right here in the end times, we're not to forgive you people for having false idols, for believing in Allah, for not believing the Most High, for not believing that we're the Israelites, for not believing that the so-called Lord in heaven is not a black man. For all these things y'all don't believe in. We're not to forgive y'all. So the point of going here, we're gonna keep reading down because it gets extra spicy. So I just want y'all to know you don't have to forgive these people. And all these people are going to be counted as it's going to be humiliated and when the Most High cracks that sky. And I'm not to forgive you. So don't let no Christian, don't let no we Israelite come and tell you that you have to forgive these people for what they've done to us. We do not have to forgive them. So let's keep going. So verse 10. And we're still in the KJV. Let me go to the GNT because I like how I worded the GNT. Okay. So everyone be humiliated and disgraced. I just want to read this again. Do not forgive them, Lord. The Lord's not going to forgive them, and neither are we. They will hide in the caves and in the rocky hills and dig holes in the ground and try to escape from the Lord's anger. You got people. Listen, look. Let me do a close up on my face. Let me do a close up on my face because this is crazy. You got non-Israelites, even Israelites probably. You got people thinking that they're going to be able to escape the Lord's wrath. You got people who are really out here, and it's going to get more specific. That's why this GNT is powerful. You got people out here thinking they're going to escape the Lord's wrath. These little underground bunkers, these shelters, these level 9, whatever they want to call them. We're coming to get you, okay? You're not going to escape the Lord's wrath. All right. I just had to close up on that, man, because that is just crazy when I read that type of stuff, man. They really think they're going to get away. Let's verse 10. They will hide in the caves and in the rocky hills or dig holes in the ground to try to escape from the Lord's anger and to hide from his power and glory. They really think they're going to get away and hide. Oh Lord, exactly, King, exactly. Remember the 4th of July when we exactly. But these people are pleasing themselves in front of strangers. They'll get out there with their red, white, and blue, and they'll pop fireworks. They're like, how can you even have that mindset when your people were literally subjugated in slavery, in chains when that was written out? Very good point, King. Very good point, King. But yeah, you got people who really think they're going to run from the Lord. Esau is so prideful. He thinks he's built ways that, I'm gonna outsmart the Lord. It is insane, man. So I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna read it in the KJV. Verse 11. A day is coming. A day's coming. This hasn't happened yet. I love this GNT. A day is coming when human pride will be ended. That don't sound positive to me. That don't sound like what the Christian pastor at the church preaches. He preaches when he makes it seem that when God comes back, it's going to be just a oasis of happiness and an oasis of love and candy. And I don't know what world they live in, but let's read that again. Human pride will be ended and the human arrogance destroyed. Then the Lord alone will be exalted. So let's read that in the KJV for more power. So hold on. Make sure I'm sharing this because this is powerful. All right, so I'm right here. So y'all see where I'm at. Verse 10. Enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty. So we're reading here, it's just reiterating in the KJV that they're going to enter into the rocks. They're going to try to hide from the Lord and his greatness. Let's read verse 11. The lofty looks of a man will be humbled, and the haughtiness of a man shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone will be exalted in that day. So Esau and his proud armies, Elam and his proud armies, Magog, all these people in their proud armies will be humbled in that day. They're going to know all the science they had, all the knowledge they had was secondhand and was nothing compared to what the Most High has. They're going to be humbled greatly in that day. And Lord willing, who's ever watching this to me, we get to see it. Lord willing, we get to see it. So let's verse 12. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up. He shall be brought low. So Esau, right? Oh, wait. Make sure. Oh, Lord. So Esau, right? He thinks he's going to be on top forever. You talk to these people out here, they don't think America's ever going to fall. They think America's going to go on for another 500 years. They think that all the rape, robbery, murder they did, they think it's just going to go on forever. That's genuine. That's really what these people think, and some Jakes do too. I can use my parents for example. They think my mom thinks this place is gonna go on for another 500 years. She really thinks that a place built off blood, subjugation, murder, and rape is going to go on for another 400 years. When we're reading right here, man, look, it's good. It's going to get crazy. Shout out Trees of Righteousness, man. Hold on, man. Shout out to my brothers right quick. Shout out to Trees of Righteousness. Y'all see this, brothers? Y'all go like and share and subscribe to their channel. Righteous brothers doing powerful work. Love y'all, brothers, man. Let's see what they got to say. John 20 and 23. Whosoever sins ye remit, they are remitting to them. And whosoever sins ye retain, they will retain. Straight like that. So let's read. Let me read. Shalom Malak. Hey, hey, shalom to my brothers, man. Y'all, hey, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to their channel. They do really good work. They do mighty, powerful things. Powerful precept, Malak. Powerful precept. Love that. Love that. So let me jump back over here because I'm not used. My old self is not used to this. So, okay. So we were here. Okay. I'm gonna get a mouse, so this would probably be a whole lot easier if I had a mouse. So okay. Perfect. So we're going to start at 12 in the GNT, Isaiah 2 and 12. And on that day, the Lord Almighty will humble everyone who is powerful. Kim Jong-un, I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say these people's names, but the people who run these nations, everyone who is powerful, the Trumpy likes, I'm not going to say the names. I'm not trying to get pulled. Sorry, but y'all know what I'm saying. These people who are powerful. Everyone who is proud and conceited, because a lot of these people think they can't be destroyed. They think they can push this button, and they think because they have these buttons and it sends these things that, hey, I'm ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Ain't nothing gonna happen to this land over here. I wish I would try me. I'll push this button. They really got this mindset, and that's why they think they're going to be here forever. Verse 13: He will destroy the tall cedars of Lebanon and the oaks in the land of Bashan. Verse 14, he will level the high mountains of the hills, every high tower, and the walls of every fortress. Verse 16, he will sink even the largest and most beautiful ships. Verse 17, 18, human pride will be ended and human arrogance will be destroyed. Idols will completely disappear and the Lord alone will be exalted in that day. So all these people with their idols and their gods, all that's going to be gone. When that sky cracks and the Most High, and they realize that they've been treating the Lord's people terribly, and they realize that the Lord's people actually is the Most High, he's one of those people, it's going to be all that's going to be completely dismantled. Everything they believe in is going to be gone. It's going to be left to mold. And we're going to read that in the KJV. So let's go to verse 12. In the KJV, make sure I'm sharing my tab because this is powerful. This is powerful. Sorry if y'all are making comments, because I'm over here reading and I'm not sure how to work all this properly. We have the ability not to forgive their sins. All praise to the Most High. Exactly. All praise to the Most High. He's mighty. He's mighty. He gave us that, man. He says we don't have to forgive these people. And why would we? Why would we forgive the people who had our children as gator bait these people were taking our children and feeding them to alligators for a belt, y'all. For a belt. These people would buy slave women. How you think these doctors know Pat smear? How do you think they know how to do all these things? They would take an Israelite woman, they would buy her, and they would work on her with nothing for pain or nothing, anything. Just buying them so they can discover and work on stuff. These people are evil, dude. That's not your friend. I don't care what no one says. These people are not your friend. Let me read this sentence of Jacob. Deuteronomy say, we are a holy people. We don't have room for wickedness. That's right. We're separate. We're separate and we're above all people. That's a powerful precept, Malak. We're above all people. Above all people. So, but these people have literally, it's just crazy to me that we can read about all these bad things they've done to us, and these people, especially our elders, will just forgive them. Oh, it's okay, baby. Just come here. No, it's not okay. And God said it's not okay, and we don't have to forgive them. Straight like that. Sorry about that. Let me get back to this right here. I just get upset when stuff like that happens. Verse 13, and in Isaiah 2, chapter 13. And upon all cedars of Lebanon, and the highs, and lifted up upon all the oaks of Bashan. Verse 14, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up. Verse 15, and upon every high tower, upon every fence wall. That's where he's going to be everywhere. And upon all the ships of tarnish, and upon the pleasant pictures, and the loftiness of men shall bow down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low. The Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. They're going to know that the Most High is a so-called black man, and he's only for the so-called Native Americans, Hispanics, and black people. He will be exalted in that day. Buddha won't be able to save them. Allah won't be able to save them. Sheba won't be able to save them. It will be one alone exalted in that day. Verse 18, and the idols shall be utterly abolished. So all those the Buddha statue, all that, it's gonna be for the mold and for the dust. Like, I don't even understand how people can truly, honestly, I just thought about this. How can someone, even if you're in another religion, even if you're in something else, you read that part and you say, well, dang, well, this God is saying that, well, whatever I believe in is just gonna be thrown to the rats and to the moles. So I mean, it's just crazy how people can read this and just come up with their own thing, like, or make it's just weird. It's really weird how people can read the Bible and not see that it's only for the Israelites, not see that it's only for us, not see that it's a record and compile of books. It's not a religion. It's not universal. Like, I don't understand how people can literally read certain chapters and make it universal. It's borderline a sick game. Their words is as smooth as butter, and what words exactly. And that's why, and that's what happened with Northern Kingdom when they came off the ships. They came out, hey, can you teach us to till the ground? Because when they got off them ships, they didn't know. They had scurvy. They brought cockroaches here, the pig. They didn't even know how to bathe. They didn't know how to take care of themselves. Northern Kingdom Gad had to show them all that. They showed them how to till the ground, how to keep warm in the winter. They came smooth because they wanted to learn. But as soon as they learned and got everything, y'all know what happened. They put a big knife in Northern Kingdom's back. That's exactly what happened. So all praises, King. And a shout out to everybody making points, putting stuff in here so we can all talk about it. Shout out to all y'all. Let's see where I was at. Shall be 18, and all idols shall utterly abolish. Verse 19, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks, into the caves of the earth, for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. Once again, we're reading, we can read in Isaiah 66 when he says he's returned with a whirlwind and fire, that he's coming to shake this earth. It is not going to be a pleasant thing when he comes back. It's not going to be a pleasant thing when he comes back. I'm telling y'all right now. And you better tell your aunties and your grandmothers, your cousins, aunties, sisters, brothers. You better tell them all. When the Most High comes back, he's not coming back to be your friend. He's coming back to judge and to put people down if they're not walking with the Most High. So, verse 20, and in that day, man shall cast his idols of silver, his idols of gold. We just talked about that. Your statues, your Buddhas, your coins, anything that you worship, which they have made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats. So if you're not believing in this, whatever it is that you believe in is going to be left to rot and mold and be to the bats. Straight like that. In verse 21, to go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. So once again, when I read these verses in different translations, because we're going to read this in the KJV, how are y'all thinking he's coming back and he's being nice, or it's going to be some great thing? Like, if you're not right with the Most High, it's not going to be a great day for you. If you're not keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, it's not going to be a great day for you. If you're not an Israelite, it is not going to be a great day for you. If you had, let's just keep going. See, because I like this last verse right here. Cease ye from men whose breath in his nostrils, for wherein he has to be accounted of. So he's basically just saying, why would you follow the mortal man? And I know it. Let's read it in the KJV, so or in GNT, so it could be a little more simpler. So I'm gonna start at 19 in GNT. People will hide in caves and in the rocky hills, or dig holes in the ground to try to escape from the Lord's anger. Once again, we're reading that these people think they're so smart and they think their money is going to save them. They really think they have these Bill Gates, these who's the dude who owns Tesla? These people really think they got a contingency plan to get away from the Most High and his judgment. These people really think that. But all you're doing is just, we're coming to get you. All right. We're coming to get you. So, okay. People will hide in caves and in the rocky hills and dig holes in the ground to try to escape from the Lord's anger and try to hide from his power and glory. When he comes to shake the earth, we're reading that again. When that day comes, they will throw away their gold and silver and idols and abandon them to the moles and to the bats. All these other religions are going to be abandoned when the Most High comes back. Straight like that. When the Lord comes to shake the earth, people will hide in holes and caves and rocky hills to try to escape from his anger and to hide from his power and glory. Once again, we got people thinking they're going to hide from the Most High's glory. Someone whose eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, you think you're going to hide from this man? It is utter madness, and you have to be under some kind of spell to even think you can get away. Verse 22, put no more confidence in mortals. What are they worth? What are they worth? Why? And that's perfect point. Put no more confidence in idols. Like, why are you? We got Jakes out here putting their confidence in white Jesus. They sit there and they got their little, especially our elderly people, they got their little white Jesus up, and they sit there and they pray to him. They pray before their meal when it tells you that pray after. I mean, it's just a lot going on. So a lot of us listen to more than men. But make sure I didn't miss no comments. Okay. But yes, that's all I was really wanting to go into, Israel. I was just wanting to show y'all that you do not have to forgive these people, and the Lord doesn't forgive these people. So we don't have to forgive them. So if anybody comes to you and says, hey, we got to forgive these people, go to Isaiah 2 in the GNT and the KJV and show them it says, forgive them not. Because they want to please strangers in the land. They want to keep Christmas. They want to keep Thanksgiving. They want to keep these pagan high holidays. They want to please these strangers in their holidays. Forget the Feast of Tabernacles. Forget the Passover. Forget the Day of Atonement. Forget all our holidays that we're supposed to have. No, let's please the strangers. Let's keep their high holidays. And that's why y'all gonna be destroyed. And that's why the Lord told us not to forgive y'all. And I won't. You've been warned. But that's all I was wanting to go into, Israel. I just want to show y'all once again that maybe, I'm sure a lot of brothers probably knew that, but a lot of people maybe didn't know that. Because I hear this a lot. Oh, we gotta forgive them. No, we don't. We do not have to forgive these people. So don't ever sit here and think that don't ever feel bad or feel any kind of way because you have this vendetta towards these people. Because the Most High has the same vendetta. What's it say in Revelation 9:13? He that have an ear, listen. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. We see it all throughout the scriptures. Literally the same thing. But yeah, peace and blessings to everyone, man. All praise to the Most High. Shout out Trees of Righteousness. Shout out descendants of Jacob. Shout out Obadiah. Shout out everyone. Shout out everyone who tuned in today. Shout out to who's going to watch this. Shout out to y'all. Keep striving for the Most High. Keep his law, statutes, commandments. Pray and fast. Do everything you need to do. Gird up your loins, because we can see that we can see knowledge is increasing, and we can see that this is the end time. But I just want to make sure y'all understand that you do not have to forgive these people. Don't ever think you got to forgive them. But I love y'all. Call Allah Yahweh Shemi Mashak Mamlak Yahweh Shah. Shema Yahshua Yahweh Al Nai Nabi Yahweh Shah. Peace and blessings to the whole house of Israel, all 12 tribes. And everybody have a good day, man. All praise to the Most High.